All right, we're gonna check out this show called The Glories. 8 episodes, 47 minutes apiece. Let's get to episode 1. Craziness. So we got this chick by the name of Ian. She's just like driving to her house or location or whatever like that. At this spot, it's like a bunch of flowers just set up and whatnot. But then she gets inside the house, she's got a bunch of people on the wall. Now at this point, it's 2022, but we gotta go back to 2004. This one chick used to fucking bully her in class by the name of Yeon Jin. Now she had her homegirls and this one dude, whatever like that, and bottom line is they were always picking with this girl. They brought her in the gym room and it was burning her with like curling irons and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, she couldn't cry for help or nothing, whatever like that. On top of that, the gym teacher was the one that gave him the key. Because apparently the gym teacher was smashing one of the chicks. I'm like, the fuck? Yeon Jin was basically the leader of this fucking group. One time she actually tried to report it to the police station, but nobody believed her and nobody really cared. I was like, damn. Then they got to one point where she was heading back to the house. And all these niggas is there. They were about to threaten to steal her little piggy bank that had like 200,000 yen in it. I'm like, damn. Then they wanted her to do a little dance for or whatever like that. They were like, hey, you got nice legs. I'm thinking, oh no. Now they didn't show what happened in that room, but bottom line is she had burn marks all over the place. And she was on the rooftop and it was snowing at this point. And she was about to jump off, basically commit suicide. Then she thought better about it, just started crying her eyes out. And then she started putting snow on the burn marks. She's got them on her arms, legs, her back, like it's all fucked up. So then she tried to tell the principal of the school, but the principal got pissed off. He's like, hey, are your arms broken or anything like that? It's just harmless fun. I'm like, the fuck? She got burn marks all over the goddamn place. At one point, she was actually going to the nurse's office, but she didn't say nothing to the nurse. But then Yeon Jin comes out of nowhere in the other bed and says that she did it. I'm like, the fuck? But apparently she got money and her people's got money, so basically they can't do shit about it. I'm like, wow. So after she finally told the principal about all the people that was behind this stuff, he brushed it off like it wasn't shit. He's like, hey, your arms ain't broken or nothing like that. I'm like, really? Then she started talking about his son going to college and whatnot. I'm like, oh, is he threatening the principal now? Then all of a sudden he just got up out of nowhere and just started smacking the shit out of her. I'm like, what the fuck, man? So you're probably thinking to yourself the situation where she got burnt up and all that stuff inside the house. You're thinking to yourself, where the fuck were her parents? Well, apparently her mom is on some hair salon stuff and she on some hoe shit. So the people at the school called her mom up there, whatever like that. So they give her a shit ton of money. They give her some papers to sign, making sure there's no negligence toward their daughter Eon. And on top of that, they made her sign another paper now. What is the other paper? I'll tell you that in a minute. So when Eon gets home, she finds out her mom's been there, but she done dipped the fuck out. It's like, what? Who knows where she went? We don't even see her again. But the crazy thing is, the other paper that her mom signed was to make the principal Ian's real guardian now. I'm like, what? So it got to the point where she's going to drop out of school. She's like, fuck this shit. She starts going to work. So she's been working at the spot for about 3 or 4 years, and she hadn't gone to school, but she's gotten her GED on the computer. And while she's at work, her scars and burns, they actually start itching and stuff. So we get this one scene where she's by the water, and she's about to basically just, commit suicide that way and just drown and shit. But she can't go through with it, and then she just sits by the water crying. You're just like, damn, you feel so bad for this girl, man. But a couple years have gone by. It's like 2008 at this point. She's finally getting accepted into college. But I think the thing is she's going to be in a home college because it's like she don't feel like she wants to go anywhere near people because of the situation that happened to her in high school. And then we see in 2009, she's like getting a latte from this little shop or whatever. And throughout the show, we hear her narrating, talking about she's going to find ways to get her revenge. And then we see this scene right before she left the school. She met up with Yeon Jin and everybody else in the gymnasium and whatnot. She's talking about figuring out everybody's dreams and all this other stuff. Everybody had different types of dreams, but what Yeon Jin's dream was is to have a husband, be a housewife, and have kids. So she's like, huh. So basically, we go back to 2022. She goes to the playground. She's basically telling this little girl this story, right? Turns out this little girl is actually Yeon Jin's daughter. I'm like, oh shit. And Ian is just there talking to her the whole time. Now, what is Yeon Jin doing lately? Well, she's still got money, but she's also a weathercaster. Yeah, she's basically a weather girl for the news. So you can tell Ian's putting her plans into work. You're thinking to yourself like, oh shit, is she going to take it out on her daughter? Like, what the fuck's going to happen? Well, I'm about to check all these episodes and find out. The Glory on Netflix. Check that shit out.